Playoff time in Season 11 of the Simulation Football League Minor League will kick off here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Cougars sat at a 500 record. They'll play host to a San Diego side that was one win shy of them. Both these teams competing for the right to play on next week in a fight to get into the championship race alongside me this evening. Not in his best condition ever, but still fighting through it tonight is our SFLm Commissioner, Alex West, on analyst duties and production duties. Alex, what's going on and what do you expect to see from this game? The Aces on the road will get the opening kickoff. It is returnable up past the 25. Good yardage on it. We spotted at the 28. This offense led out by quarterback Dakota West. The backs Callum Ray and Richard Powers. Joe Duncan, the only fullback in the SFLm. He's on this roster. The receivers, Hunter Jacobs, Terry Money, I should say, Nick Fritchley, the tight end Goosebusters, the offensive line Queen Porter, Jackson Burrito, and Bruce White. Opening play of the game at San Diego will play out of a pro formation. It'll be a run for Caleb Ray. He'll pick up 5 on his opening touch. Maintain that second down look on the same play. It'll be a handoff to the opposite side for Richard Powers. We'll get 2. Shut down early brings up a third down and short. Early tackle in the open field by J.C. Wallace Jr. Passing backwards, and he keeps going backwards, is Dakota West. And they're sacked in the backfield. A nice little read there up front to prevent that one from going anywhere, and it'll be punted away. Sophia Peaches will punt this one away. Fielded past the 40 at the 38. Philadelphia will take over after a quick 3 and out, led out by a productive offense this season. Again, got them to that 500 record. Mike Smizniak leading this offense out. Into an ace formation on the first play of the game for Philadelphia. One of these tight ends will be moved across to the other side. It's Dane Jensen now in a slot. And dropped back by Schmizniak. He'll look downfield. Plenty of time to throw. Ooh. As an incomplete receiver looking for the outside man there, and Landon McBrownski. It's incomplete.
And McBrownski gets absolutely lit up on the outside of that play. This is one of those that you just love to see, an intense focus by the secondary who's come to play a physical ball game tonight.
Remaining in the ace formation. Another drop back by Schmizniak. Again, the blocking up front is pristine. Throws an outside risky throw to the flats, unable to be caught by Dane Jensen, and Philadelphia will have their own risk here of a 3 and out.
And I have to say, I am so far impressed with the inclination, because once again, we see an opportunity where the San Diego coverage man goes to hit the receiver instead of play the ball.
Into an empty. Dallas Sanders is going to be the motion man across the creative. Stack of 3 up the top. Jensen down the bottom. It's going to be thrown over the top of the receiver. Was looking for Queen Jackson downfield, but Mike Schmizniak goes 0 for 3 on the opening drive, and Philadelphia will punt it away.
And I really don't like how fast he pulled the trigger on that one, but at the same time, it kind of felt like he saw a window, Schmizniak did, that was there, but he just sails it a little higher than he needs to because you got to get it past the defender. You can't let yourself get picked off, but in that case, he just sails it where no one can get it.
That punt was made by Sophia Peaches. It's just Josh Gint on the other side of the field, both wearing number 3 today at the kickers/punters. And San Diego will get the football back almost as soon as they lost it. The Philadelphia defense consists of Shinyanator and Carlos Carter on the edges. Harrison Kilgore is the lone defensive tackle. Nick Fargo and J.C. Wallacey are linebackers. Sammy Seatbelt the third. Drew Drizzy, Tyler Highfield, and Kev Say Jr. are the 4 contracted safety secondary members. Into a triple look here on the first down and 10. Toss play the outside, so all run from San Diego thus far against the all pass attack from Philadelphia on the previous drive as Rex picks up 3. Again, they're going to stick with this upset eye pro formation. Interesting look to be kind of stuck in early on. The grade of the Twins, Dakota West has time and it's dropped. Dakota West is 0 for 2 as that one looking for Goosebusters is incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and long.
Certain passing situation, we'll see. It's not enough to become 1 and 3 here. You really need to pick up the full 7 yards to keep this drive alive. You don't want to go 3 and out 2 consecutive drives.
Into an empty look. You need 7 to keep the drive alive. Nick Fritchley is moved across in the slot. There's a rollout by Dakota West. They're going to look downfield. Deep throw is caught in traffic. And it'll be a 1st down in a good chunky yardage for Goosebusters.
And the reliable hands of Goose come in clutch here. This is an absolute missile thrown up between the hash marks. And the safety is right there. Goose knows that hit is coming and has to take it on the chin. Not only does that, but almost puts him in the dirt for extra yards.
We'll keep the pro look here to Fresh City Downs. First time San Diego had a 1st down. That's a good run by Calum Rex. And it'll get 9.
That is the smoothest play action that I've seen all season. Everyone bit on that, even me.
And the result was certainly positive for the Aces. It'll be a toss play there. So Rex is dumped in the backfield. Good up front read. Powers, nothing to gain there.
And that's a tough one because you do want to see your halfback beat one guy, but you also want to see that guard that pulled for him there actually throw that block there on the edge and give him a chance against the linebacker.
Still in the ass this time. Rex is just going to go straight at the middle. The crash play gets the 1st down. 2nd 1st down of the game for the Aces. Calum Rex has been productive early. Getting that 9-yard gain, the best of the bunch. He's now 3 for 17. Back into the pro look again on 1st down. It's tossed by to Richard Powers. There's not much on offer for him early. Shut down by Nick Fargo at the line of scrimmage.
And I gotta say, I think they're approaching field goal range here as San Diego. They do have a kicker that does have some reach to his leg. There's a possibility here, but they'd prefer 6 instead of 3.
The drop back by West. They throw. It is caught for a 1st down. And Dakota West starting to get it together as Nick Fritchley has his 1st catch of the game.
And this is just a beautiful job by the pass protection to provide such a lovely cushion so that there is enough time for Dakota to spot the soft spot on the zone, to see that hole in the middle there, and drop that pass in the basket.
Into a pro look again. Another drop back by West. Block up front is good. It's intercepted. Philadelphia have got the turnover, and it'll be spotted past the 10-yard line as they swipe it back. Kev Say Jr. has the football.
And this is just an incredible job by Kev Say Jr., who's got his eyes fixed on the quarterbacks the entire time. He's running this deep cover 2 protection scheme. He knows he's got help on the outside, so he can play the football whenever he sees that he's underneath this seam route. It's just too easy. You cannot be throwing that football into double coverage and that kind of outside-inside double setup scheming.
Philadelphia take over on their own 12-yard line. Dane Jensen motioned across the other side to 2 tight ends on the left hand of the play. Drop back by Skamizniak, throws across his body. It is caught in the open field. First down, almost broke that one free was McBrownski.
Nice little easy route to the outside. It's not too complicated, not too difficult to hit whenever you've got the timing right, and that's enough to pick up a first down.
Again, so both teams really sort of fixated on 2 receiver sets at the moment. The Cougars will maintain a pro set. Plenty of time for Skamizniak. Throws outside. McBrownski's got back-to-back and pushes out of bounds. They're deep downfield. So both quarterbacks starting to exchange big blows across both sides of the field.
And what's so impressive about this one is this is Andre Brown, who actually gets torched a little bit by McBrownski. And so Andre tries to elevate, tries to swat that ball out of the sky, nearly gets to it, but misses getting his hands on it. So Dondes Telecarne has to play cleanup and force McBrownski out of bounds.
Philadelphia in their first 2 drives have not run the football yet. That won't change here. Skamizniak is going to throw downfield. It is incomplete. Coverage played from behind there by Nez Genkel. This defense consists of Adot Bedro and Pat Redding on the defensive line, Seth Berlin and Horizon Breeze, should say, the inside linebacker spots. Cot Senior Leah, the outside linebacker, the secondary Andre Brown, Nez Genkel, Eaton Moss, and Dondes Telecarne. Drop back by Skamizniak again. He's under no pressure, throws it outside. It's caught by Rojas in the open field. That will be a first down.
Clean, easy as you like. Skamizniak finally getting on the march. I feel like both offenses had a little bit of nerves under the big playoff lights, but both teams have settled into their own, remembered why they got here, or more accurately, where they've got their wins, because each of these teams have a win against the other.
Again in the ace formation, a drop back by Skamizniak under pressure, throws to the flats, it is incomplete. Probably better off throwing to Jesse Fretz there in that situation, as McBrownski unable to hold on. Wouldn't have been much on offer nonetheless. So again, both offenses very predictable at the moment in some respects in terms of their play calling. And again, no runs so far from this Philadelphia unit. Into a triple look now. Another drop back by Skamizniak. Throws downfield. Is caught in the open field. Victor Rojas has his second grab of the game. And their lead target is inside goal to go.
Rojas up the seam, using his big body and his frame to his advantage. Really being able to make himself an easy target. And hard to miss whenever he's that open up the middle.
This is about where San Diego lost possession on the previous drive. Skamizniak is going to throw, and it is caught a yard shy of where he needed to be. Rojas has 3 in a row on this drive, and now decision-making time as you approach the goal line.
And this is the most impressive of those 3 catches. He goes down to his knees to get this one around the defender, full-on wraps his arms around the guy's legs to actually bring that one to his chest. Just great stuff.
Nice formation here. Jesse Fretz in the backfield. Does he get his first carry of the game here on this play with a yard to go? He will. Frets at the line, stopped. San Diego stand tall.
That's Dundas Talacarne saying no. Actually pushes him back about a quarter of a yard there. I think that's a TFL in the books.
Could be important here, and they'll go for it again. Frets this time breaks the plane. And Philadelphia on the board first.
And what an effort as a unit, but really we know where this credit to this entire drive goes to, and that's to McBrownski, who has some incredible catches to really bring forward this, get a first down early on, and then bring two big gains to set up Frets with two attempts to punch it in necessary. A third left in the holster, not used.
By pitches is successful to make it a 7-point lead. 2 for 4 for McBrownski on that opening drive for 43. 3 for 4 for Victor Rojas for 44. So Skimizniev finding his 2 outside targets without issue so far this afternoon. And as a result, Philadelphia are the first team on the board. The San Diego outfit will try and shake off the interception that ended their last drive. A decent return up past the 25 to the 28. It's where Dakota West and company will take over again.
And one thing that West is going to have to do is absolutely shake off that last interception, because this is one of those where you cannot allow yourself to fall behind early. Philly does have one of the best running backs in the SFLm in Jesse Frets, and they may have indicated a willingness and a desire to air things out in that most recent successful drive, but you cannot count on that the whole night.
Into a Twins look toss play. The outs of Callum Rex has been very productive early. He's steamrolled the defender, now going downfield, and was pursued out of bounds there at the last second by Kev Say, but it's a significant chunky yardage.
A huge chunk of yardage, and a shoulda, coulda, woulda moment here. We can see it in the broadcast booth, but if Rex were to have dodged back behind Terry Money, let Money slam his way into that one last Cougar, it's nothing but green all ahead. All the same, big gain and a great momentum swinger.
That one, a 26-yard run, puts Rex at 50 yards off 5 carries. And Richard Powers will get the second carry. That's his best of the afternoon. That's 4.
Can't be mad at averaging 10 yards a carry. Wow. It's unsustainable, but hey, it's a gaudy number.
It's reflective of his early prowess here. He's back out there on this second down play and get another carry and met at the line of scrimmage. That time the Cougars defense was fast to it. And it'll present a third down and long.
And this is a power O play gone wrong. That guard on the right side pulled, but then circled back in to block the middle linebacker instead of bouncing to block the outside blitzer, which is where the running lane was actually going. Just a little bit of sloppy blocking communication, and the O-line coach will get that squared away.
Terry Money was motioned. It's going to go his way, and Dakota West with some beautiful touch has found him in open space.
And that's the second time they have been able to diagnose the zone, see the spot, and it must be at least in part because of that 6'8" frame. Look at them just towering out there, standing back there, calling signals like a radio broadcaster out there, or like a radio tower, just seeing over everything.
Fresh to the dance for San Diego again, made quick work. This is where they run that draw play out of it. Got Rex, good chunky yardage, but West is going to throw this time. They throw middle of the field. Busters has it, and it'll be a 5-yard pickup for Goose. So they settle things down just a touch here.
And I appreciate the willingness to go in different directions. This drive has had a little bit of everything so far. Some deep shots, some work over the middle, looking for the spot in the soft spot in the zone, and some great runs.
West will throw again here. Got a block up front by Busters, thrown outside and caught in between about 3 different defenders is Goose Busters again.
And I tell you what, this is beginning to resemble a little bit of some of the days of yore from Lexington Miners territory when they've got Gabriel Manning on the field. Lots going Goose's way, and that's our first quarter.
First one done here. Philadelphia leads at 7 points to nothing. Twins to the right-hand side here. Officially 10.5 yards away from the goal line. Calum Rex has been electric so far, but at 58, Golden has been all over him at times, such is the case again there.
Proving mortal, but it does become a lot easier to predict what's coming once you get inside that 10-yard line. Tough sledding ahead for the Aces.
The outside, Calum Rex again is shut down. And they're going to yell at it, and Golden for his second time. Lightning strikes twice here in goal to go. And it'll be a 3rd down and 8 here for San Diego to try and get a touchdown out of this.
They keep having one of their offensive linemen pull, and whenever they're trying to get some of that power action going, it keeps blowing up in their face.
Formation here, drop back by West, has time to throw. They've got it in the end zone, but it is gone to the wrong way. And Kev Sayers, in fact, it's another interception for Dakota West on his opening possession, and Drew Drizzy has it.
And this is just a real heartbreaker. Drizzy has looks like he's behind, a step behind, and there is in fact a window there where if West throws that ball ahead and in front, maybe, just maybe, only Fritchley is the guy who can get to it, but instead it's where either of them can get to it, and Fritchley does not come back to contest that catch.
Disastrous for San Diego. They go downfield twice, and Dakota West throws interceptions in the end zone on 2 drives out of 3. And Skimizniak takes back over again. Wide open receiver downfield. Adam McBrownski. They have to get a clamp on him.
And it's easier said than done, right? It's one of those things where if you really try to focus down McBrownski, then you're ignoring Victor Rojas, who has been a problem for the last 2 seasons in a row. Rojas is a known quantity, and that quantity is all-star quality. So there is no reason to even consider that, but then that leaves you with just trying to put one body on McBrownski, and that leaves you here.
It's all air attack here from Philadelphia, but Smithers Weatherspoon will get his first carry. There's plenty of room for him on the outside. Gets 5. Again, Alex, you mentioned this offense very capable of running the football, and now with the lead, I suspect they may start to sort of slow things down here on their home turf.
It definitely feels like they've gotten a little bit more confidence to them now that they've managed to force San Diego into 3 consecutive drives of no points. 4 and out, 3 and out, interception.
And off to Jesse Fretz, nearly broke that one off completely. Was dumped behind by Ness Genkel, but nearly one that he broke away all the way.
And there's just a strong shoulder tackle there, but Fretz all the same sees the hole, and that's a testament to his first step. Whenever he puts his foot in the ground and shoots towards that hole, he has zip to it.
Back into the ace, what has been so successful for them today. Another drop back by Skimizniak. Has time to throw outside. That one just a little overtouched, and it'll be an incomplete target. They're looking for Victor Rojas. Again, it's really going between the 2 outside receivers. A couple of targets elsewhere in the offense, but mostly being channeled through those 2. Still nice that they blitz the middle linebacker, but Skimizniak is going to have time to heave it downfield, and then he's gone off too many. And San Diego can have a chance to return this one going downfield. And Dondes Talakani has San Diego back in Philadelphia territory.
And Tondes there smells blood in the water, sees the quarterback's eyes, knows exactly what's coming. His job there is to be that deep coverage, and it's like he didn't even have to take more than a step to the left to just grab that one from the sky. Skimizniak just didn't even see him there.
opportunity time for San Diego. Again, they've had execution errors this opening half, but still find themselves down by a single score. Drop back by West and incomplete. Last breath, Judd, that one free was Kev Say.
And that's just a huge hit. And this is really, Kev Say just decided to, you know what, I've got my interception. Let me get on the highlight reel another way.
Twins to the right-hand side, drop back by West, throws outside, it is caught, and Dallas Sanders breaks free.
God.
Inside the 10, he's pushed out of bounds by Say.
And this is the kind of throw that Dakota West has been trying to throw and has gotten picked off a couple of times. And it's just that minor adjustment of a foot extra, a little bit higher, a little bit further, where it's just a little bit easier for your guy and only your guy to catch. And he leaves Jack Golden and another defender in the dust.
It's San Diego here up that 35-yard grab by Nick Fritchley. Back inside the red zone. Handoff this time. And nothing on offer there for Caleb Rex as he's dumped in the backfield by J.C. Wallace.
Getting caught up on your left tackle and then getting eaten alive in the backfield is no way to really inspire confidence. Now on 2nd and 12, they're going to have to throw it here. Twins to the right inside, pressure shown on the outside. West is going to have time to throw to the end zone. It is caught and got across the stripe. That'll be a touchdown. There's an injury for Philadelphia. It is Sammy Seatbelt who's gone down on the coverage play. For the time being, Hunter Jacobs has San Diego on the board. Oh, man. Salt in the wound, insult to injury with a squirt of lemon juice on the paper cut to side to lose one of your best defenders in coverage on a play where you've gotten a couple of picks for the first touchdown that Dakota West finally throws to be putting one of your guys on the bench. That hurts. And San Diego, on the other hand, has suddenly got new life breathed into him.
It's the Dondez Talakani turnover that got them in that field position. They made quick work of it. That Nick Fritchley catch downfield was the momentum driver. This kickoff not returned. So we're all knotted up at 7 apiece.
Look at the big leg on Josh Gint. That's going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Is just how far he's able to kick that ball into the end zone whenever he's facing this westerly direction.
And off the outside, that'll be Jesse Fretz broke the first attempt. And it'll be a no gain on the play for the Fretz Prince. It has been a rough start to the afternoon for him, but has had one big carry and also the only touchdown on the board for Philadelphia thus far.
Definitely got mugged like he was shooting some hoops outside of the school.
A change of personnel deep downfield. Victor Rojas is in open space, and it's going to be a foot race all the way to the end zone. Can he be caught from behind? He will not. Victor Rojas has a long-range touchdown. There's another injury on the play. It's Kamiznek's gone down.
What in the world has happened on this one? I wish we could get a full replay of it. I think we could, actually. You know what? After this, let's get one, shall we? What on earth happened? We have Skamizniak, who is here in the backfield, getting lit up by the defender whenever he goes to play blocking down the field. But all the same, look who's got no one to catch him. I know that's a little extraordinary moment for you all. Break the transparency for a moment, but I had to know.
I'll tell you what, if that is what knocks the quarterback out for the rest of the game, you pencil Philadelphia in as the unluckiest team in the SFLm. He basically ran into the lineman for San Diego, and that somehow, somewhere, has forced him out of the game momentarily. We hope for not much longer than this San Diego drive. But irrespective, they have a touchdown on the board, and their elite outside man, Victor Rojas, has a 80-odd yard grab for a score. Kickoff gets decent return mileage. So a couple of huge injuries as well. Sammy Seatbelt on the other side of the ball. And then furthermore now, Skamisniak, both for Philadelphia.
Definitely is something that we'll be checking on after the halftime break once the doctors have had a chance to assess the situation on the Philadelphia's locker room. But that's just snake bitten not once but twice.
Swings to the right-hand side. Motion Terry Money across to the other side. And we drop back by Dakota West. Throws off the back foot and he's caught. What a throw by Dakota. Hits the receiver in stride. There is Terry Money and has San Diego back inside Philadelphia territory.
And yo, are you kidding me? What is this? This is this is going to the side across the body because the West is left-handed, so going to the right is not natural. So going to the right and then throwing off that back foot to go behind the zone?
Play fake. West throws outside. That is somehow caught for a 9.5-yard gain by Fritchley. Looked like that was going to be broken up for all money.
Tight window to fit it in, but now the receivers for San Diego finally making some of these contested catches after that end zone breaker.
Another toss by the outside is caught by the back there in Rex, who has a first down. So San Diego starting to chip away at it again.
And that's the thing that really gives me some hope on this for San Diego overall. It's how they have been methodical about their offense, even when West has been throwing a couple of interceptions.
West hand off the backfield. That is Powers. Will be a 2-yard gain. And nothing wrong with that, but they've just slowed the pace down a touch.
A touch, but all the same, thinking about how big Josh Gint's leg is, they're already almost within field goal range. If they hadn't thrown those interceptions in those couple of drives earlier and had gone for field goals instead, this could be a one-point ball game. Instead, we're looking at a touchdown game.
West will throw again. Short route is caught by Goosebusters, trying to lower the shoulder. He'll get 9, and he'll be a yard shy of the first down. Good afternoon so far as expected for Goose.
Absolutely expected, but definitely delivering on those expectations and not vanishing under the bright lights, under the limelight is critical. Goose no stranger to the scrutiny.
Toss play the outside. It'll be a run for Rex, who didn't get it.
And
shut down by Nick Fargo.
Oh my goodness, the guard or the tackle pulls to go wide. The back gets stuck on him. They're challenging.
Certainly worth the challenge. I don't think he got it on first look.
Yeah, but you know, the timeout's reset at the half and only a few minutes left. You may as well try it. And I'm pushing forward. Maybe he did. I wish we'd get the sideline angle, but maybe he... Oh, hey. Maybe, just maybe, the yellow line is only a simulation. I think he did get it. Oh.
And no. It remains as called.
Big moment here for the coaching staff. They're going to have to decide, do they want the 4th and inches play to try and actually equalize? Nope, they're going to send out Gint.
A 45-yarder here, swings it right to left. It is no good. Josh Gint has missed.
Off the side of his foot, it just carried right and kept carrying right. This is one where he absolutely had the distance. He just needed to take a little bit off the top end and guide it more to the left. Get your big toe on it there, buddy.
fresh set of downs here for Philadelphia. They have survived another scoring opportunity for San Diego. That's come up empty. Dane Jensen moved across in motion. Lead tight end has not been targeted yet. Again, it's all gone through the two outside men. Throw, pump fake. Skimizniak downfield. Too much coverage there. That's going to be DPI, and it'll spot Philadelphia further downfield.
And that was not Skimizniak. That's number 14, not number 4.
Yes.
This is the
He's out of the game.
Finally a moment where this hit first, ask questions later policy of San Diego backfires on them. But it's not the hit that gets them in trouble here. It's the physical contact with the receiver while the ball is en route. It's disrupting his route that lands a flag there.
Spotted at the 40-yard line inside San Diego territory before downfield. Rojas breaks a tackle inside the 10. Victor Rojas has a double, and Philadelphia has a 2-score lead.
And Rojas, in this case, says, it doesn't matter if it's not Mike calling the shots. I can still make plays happen if you send the ball my way. And he shucks the defender to be able to just go to pay dirt unobstructed, 40 yards in a blink of an eye.
That's blowing the game wide open. 3 scoring opportunities for San Diego that they came up empty on. 2 interceptions in the end zone from Dakota West, and then a Josh Gint missed field goal. And on the other side of the ball, Victor Rojas has over 150 yards and 2 scoring plays.
The extra point is good.
And the home side feels a bit more in control.
Well, with a one-play 64-yard lightning bolt like that, yeah, it's kind of hard to feel anything other than confident. When you got the backup quarterback slinging the rock like that, you can't be too chuffed.
So we return from inside the 10, and upfield it goes past the 30. So the Aces now have plenty of work to do here. And again, it hasn't been a disastrous performance from this offense because they've gotten downfield without any issue. It's just execution. Once they've gotten into scoring range, it all comes back to Caleb Rex, who's been slowed down. Didn't get that first down run on that outside toss play that they ran in the missed field goal, of course. And they find themselves down by 2 scores with 3 minutes to go. And remembering as well that Philadelphia will receive the opening second half kickoff. So if they don't score here, there is a chance they could go down by 3 scores and could be right up against it. We hand off to the outside for Caleb Rex, who has to muscle his way forward to get something out of that, and does well to get 3.
And to pile on to the list of obstacles that Dakota West has to overcome here and needs to deliver a touchdown on this drive, they only have 2 timeouts to work with because of that failed challenge that I did think was going, but you know what? It's the ref's call.
Better carry by Richard Powers gets outside. That's his best of the afternoon. He'll spot them a half-yard shy of the first down, keeping in mind that they do have the 2-minute warning, so it will feel like 3 timeouts out of a possible 4. See if they take the conservative option here on the third down and short. It'll be a draw play up the middle. We've seen this before for Caleb Rex, who's just got it.
And it was hard-earned at that. Absolutely, the contact was there before he even got to the line, and there's our 2-minute warning. And this is one where Dakota West has the ball on the 43-yard line. They've got a ways to go. They've got a mountain to climb, and this is the moment to show what you got.
So they get a chance to talk things over here in that 10-second interval. 7 yards shy of halfway. They have 57 to get a major score on the ball. That's what's needed right now. That carry for Rex is not going to gain much. Nick Fargo's been all over the run game today. Just wonder at what point does Dakota West take matters into their own hands. Hand off on the outside. It'll be another run. And trying to get the leg drive forward there was Rex. It'll be a gain of 5. Better carry from him. Third down and 3. They're winding this clock down inside the last 90 seconds.
Very
First
deliberate
half
action.
from Rex. Indeed. Actually trying to level this defense in sleep. They're going to take some more time off the clock here to get the motion going across. It's Money now in the slot. Drop back by West. This time they'll throw. They've got time to make a decision. It's thrown in between some Philadelphia defenders. And it'll be enough to get them downfield as Terry Money has another reception in the open field.
Flipping the field with an absolute dart to the deep route there that developed. Took a while, but the pressure did not come. Philly only sent 4, so West had the time.
Dakota West will be able to go to the air again here out of the empty. In between defenders, what a grab. Spotted at the 10.
And that's the second time that Dakota has seen something on that right side, seen something in the mismatch to take advantage of, and now that's the last timeout that San Diego has, but Dakota has delivered them to the 10. Can they punch it in?
Need to get back within a single score. D drop back by West. Throws back of the end zone. It is caught but stepped out of bounds was Terry Money. Nearly had the big play, but just couldn't quite keep it inside.
I tell you what, Terry Money should take his signing bonus from the SFL whenever he does go up and invest in some ballet lessons, because doing the tippy toes is going to make you so much more valuable.
The drop back by West was forced to a quick throw. Ghostbusters breaks a tackle inside the goal line. He's got 6 points.
And what kind of agility. That is not the kind of fancy footwork you expect from a guy wearing a neck roll. Goose is agile as anyone I know, but not that agile. He steers around and gets upfield, doesn't step out of bounds. This is one of those where making 2 guys miss is harder than it looks.
Huge moment for San Diego. They needed to get a score on the board on that drive, and they have done. Dakota West clinical when needed. Hits their big playman in Ghostbusters in the open field, and he makes the play. And Josh Kingston's 3 pointers kicked us back within a single score.
And what I also really love about this drive by San Diego is how they made the deliberate decision early in the drive to run the ball. No, the clock was not their friend, but really the clock is no one's friend. The clock is just the clock right now. They wanted to score and leave Philly with as little time as possible, because Philly, unlike San Diego, has all 3 timeouts, but no Skamizniak. So just put bodies on McBrownski and Rojas and you should be okay.
Backup quarterback had 1 pass that went for 41 yards and a touchdown. So what the second one's like. This offense continues to be pass first, throws it downfield. Lost the football, picked up by San Diego. That's probably going to stand.
And that's Vincent Jackson who actually makes the catch there, but gets lit up as soon as he gets his feet to the ground and takes those 2 steps. Let's see the replay. Oh, no, maybe it won't.
It was picked up. They're 35 yards away, and they were not challenged that play. Triple formation here again for San Diego. Huge turning point in the game. Could they claw it back and level the scores? Dakota West throws downfield, looking again for Busters. It was read well in the middle of the field by Kev Say. And sure, it did not go downfield again, but Dakota West continues to take shots downfield. And the game is starting to fall back in their favor.
Just a testament there, I think, to the entire ethos of this San Diego offense and this San Diego franchise. They're playing with house money. They're going to gamble with the big shots.
Another play fake. West with time throws backwards. It is incomplete. Trying to hit it over the top to Nick Fritchley. And another key deflection from one of the backup corners in Rondé Barber to push it away.
A play action that I don't think fooled anybody in the stadium, but all the same, one they committed to the bid on, and West does lock on the target and fire on time, but all the same, I just would have liked to see a play that didn't have them having to waste 2 or 3 seconds on developing that.
Still 40 to go, but they need the first down here and 10 yards required. Throws outside, that is intercepted, and they'll throw it right back. Rondé Barber with back-to-back plays, and Philadelphia survives that scare.
Back and forth we go. Neither defense is relenting for much of anything. Every point by both of these offenses is being earned by a crucial mistake or an incredible outplay. But these are the moments where we really have to emphasize just how good both defenses have been for each squad tonight.
Into an ace look here to begin the new drive. And off on the outside, it'll be Jesse Fretz who'll get the carry. And got loose forward for a gain of 5. Philadelphia will run this clock down. They'll have the halftime lead of 7 points worth. That'll do us here, opening half. We one last play, in fact. Run on the outside, broke a tackle, look out, could potentially be a big play. Dropped outside, little scare there for San Diego. Thought the half was over as Smithers Witherspoon broke downfield. That'll be the last play of the half. Philadelphia enter halftime, leading this one 21-14. It's an entertaining game here, the first of 2 semi-final clashes here in the SFLm Season 11 Finals Series. Alex West, your keys to that opening half.
Well, I truly think that the keys are that we're getting lots of excitement, and it's hard for me to ask for anything more as a commissioner. I want exciting football games, and we've got one. More scores and turnovers than we have punts. We have a lot of action going either way. There's not a lot of 3 and outs. There's plenty of creativity being shown on both sides of the ball by both coaching staffs, but at the end of the day, the big question is going to be, how is Philly's offense going to do in this second half without Mike Skmizniak? Will he come back? How much more magic can they wring out of their backup quarterback, and how much more can Victor Rojas squeeze out of those sweet cleats of his? Let me tell you, Victor Rojas has been something to behold.
He's your halftime player. We'll give Alex a half second here to check the injuries from that opening half. Again, we're wondering about Skmizniak and also Sammy Seatbelt, who left the game in that second quarter. Both gone.
Devastating news for Philadelphia, losing one of their best corners and their starting QB. It is hard to imagine a scenario where this doesn't affect the outcome of this football game.
So an arm injury for Skmizniak and a soft tissue injury for Sammy Seatbelt. But we saw the backup corner, Rondé Barber, who came in for Seatbelt, made the interception on that last San Diego drive the half. Returned by Sanders up to the 25-yard line. The backup quarterback did make 2 completed passes out of 2 for 55 yards. The second of which was that fumble that got taken away.
And let's not forget that the actual first pass of the game by the backup was a pass that was DPI'd, so they moved forward 25 yards in a play that didn't happen.
We'll go to the ground, though. It is Smithers Witherspoon who will get a carry of 3. Been a good afternoon for him so far. The 4 carries worth 23 yards. He's been the more efficient of the 2 Philadelphia backs. Fretz, as always, with the volume. He's back out there, but it will be a throw. Got plenty of time to make it and threw it in double coverage. I mean, there's just no need for that. Victor Rojas unable to come up with that one.
Just a little bit of one of those that does happen, but all the same. 3rd and 7 here. Big moment. Look at the backup. Let's see what he's got.
Brad Johnson's first incomplete pass. He's into the empty here. Pressure shot up the middle. Johnson will throw. He's got Dane Jensen in the open field. It'll be a first down. In fact, it's Landon McBrownski who is the slot man there in that position.
And this is just a great job by Philadelphia, reading what San Diego is doing in terms of how soft the middle of that field is and dialing up a play designed to take advantage of that soft middle belly.
Into an ace. Look, Johnson again on a drop back. He will throw downfield, in and out of a pair of hands. There was the safety who had a mitt on it and falls away incomplete. Near miss there.
And I love the complete devotion. As soon as a pair of black gloves got their hands on that football, the safety immediately stuck the receiver with a hit to make sure no tipped ball shenanigans could happen.
Eaton Moss will be credited with the deflection there. Hand off at the middle to Jesse Fretz, who'll try and get some forward progress. Gets 4, will make the 3rd down a bit more comfortable.
Now let's see if Brad
Johnson the task of getting another heavy first down. Has a triple formation here. Stack of 3 receivers to his left. John Smith, this pressure shot up front. He's going to throw the Rojas in the open field. McBrownski, in fact, again. It's one of those two every single time. And Ladden has them inside San Diego territory.
And you just got to wonder, how do they keep doing it? It's because they keep beating those corners off the line. And it's really a matter of just being able to see how fast they're going. You have to play press. Right now, Fred sees that opportunity on the right-hand side. Right says Fred, and he throws that way for an easy big gain.
First set of downs again. Queen Jackson was motioned to go throw the outside. Oh, man. Looking for McBrownski again, but there was nothing on offer there as that one is deflected away by Andre Brown.
Andre Brown making up for that missed deflection earlier in the game here, but you did have an opportunity to play the football if you wanted it. All the same, doing the safe thing first and foremost. I can't hate on that.
Johnson is still clean here. Other 2 tight end look. Again, he will throw. Has time. Great block by the tackle, and Rice has dropped it. It's a rare error there on the outside as it is deflected away. And it will be a 3rd down and 10. Seth Berlin with good pass coverage.
I think it was a little bit of a deflection, a little bit of a bump in action. Either way, Seth Berlin there getting the credit for whatever the statisticians want to call that. McBrownski in motion.
Required. Yeah, and it looks like Sanders is the isolated match up the top. It's going to go in the middle of the field. Landon McBrownski has been clinical on this drive, and he's got another first down.
And I tell you what I love about this formation, this empty set that Philadelphia is using. They've got, on the default portion of it, they've got McBrownski and Rojas next to each other on the inside in the slot looking for those opportunities. Brad Johnson here able to take advantage of those opportunities because they send those 2 guys in different directions.
The line for him so far. Hand off at the middle. Gets 4. Jesse Fretz slowing things down.
Just a little bit of low body blow action. Keep the defense honest. No reason to throw the football whenever you're this close to the end zone.
Another ace formation, end to the outside. Good run. Smithers Witherspoon is inside the 5 and stopped just shy of the goal line.
Big head of steam, as much blocking as any halfback could ask for. He's across the first down marker before he even sees a defender. Look at him go.
It'll be hard to stop now. Jesse Fretz already has one touchdown on the board. Smithers Witherspoon has them now deep inside San Diego territory to reinstate that 2-score lead. Fretz in the backfield. They need 2. Johnson will hand it off to him. Jesse Fretz got through and touchdown. The Fretz Prince has 2.
Finding his way through and devouring the opportunities he's given. He's not been getting as many touches as he's seen in other games, but all the same, what he has done has been vital so far.
I had that exact thought. I wasn't entirely sure if he got it. And we're going to take a second look at that run. It looked like he may have been a half-yard short.
We'll see where the ball's at. It's not his helmet. It's not his feet. It's the football.
Hard to tell from that angle. Replay center not doing us any favors.
I'll have a word with the camera crew.
And there you go. So that one will be wiped off. You imagine they'll be spotted maybe a half-yard away.
Now at this point, you got to just stack that box. Absolutely put everyone on the goal line. There's no reason to do anything else.
San Diego hold them out here. Now they're in their goal line defense. Still in the ace are the Cougars. Hand off the outside. Jesse Fretz. There it is. 2 touchdowns for 22.
And it's not even that difficult to see why he keeps getting these opportunities. He does have a nose for the end zone. He does have an ability to tell where he needs to go. He senses some pressure from the inside linebacker in that B gap, which looked wide open. Smells the C gap is safer, bounces to the outside where there is no one to touch it.
I think he just dove across the pylon there. He was absolutely certain to get that one. Left nothing to chance, and Philadelphia have reinstated that 2-score lead. Pressure now back on Dakota Western Company to claw their way back into this game.
Arguably never left them. Pressure has been on and will continue to be on until
correct.
San Diego finally ties this game up, but we have to see them do that first.
And tough on the road as well. Philadelphia crowd has been right behind the outfit so far this afternoon. Hand off on the outside. It'll be a run in the open space. It's Calum Rex who will get 5.
And, you know, it feels like Rex has gotten more 5-yard runs on first down than he's gotten 1-yard runs, but it does feel like it's either 5 or 1.
The latter on that play, and they'll take it. Richard Powers will take over here on this play. Imagine for another run. Fritchley's motion for some extra support. They're going to run against it. And Richard Powers will break a tackle and will get a couple with 3rd down and short. Again, they can be a little careful here with the clock, that being what it is. But at some point, there'll need to be some urgency from the Aces. Hand off that side. Calum Rex has a 1st down. Nick Fargo shut it down early, but changes the down marker for the San Diego outfit.
And that's the most vital part, is to keep those chains moving, to keep the drive alive. As long as you have the football, you are wearing that defense out.
And so Richard Powers, nothing to do there. Dropped in the backfield by J.C. Wallace.
Powers getting hung up on the tackle, though, meant that that was just a race to see which Cougar was going to pounce on that prey first. Wallace Jr. with the quick response.
Knocks them back a yard here. Just West go to the air here for the first time on this drive. Has 4 receivers to try and throw to. They will. Plenty of time to do it. Throws downfield and is caught. Clinical by Terry Money.
And that's just an absolutely gorgeous ball and an even more impressive catch because of how difficult it is to get your hands up and make that kind of catch while still going forwards. You're not able to use your body or your chest to help you catch it. It's all in the hands and the fingertips. Some serious hand strength there.
Into a pro look. Another drop back, blocking up front is good. Plenty of time for West. Throws into a contest. It's picked at the ankles. And San Diego have a huge turnover.
I can't even begin to describe how absurd this turnover is. This is one where it looks like Goosebusters is going to be making the reception. Instead, Fargo just steps in front, cuts off the route, has the ball bounce off of his chest protector, and still scoops it up when it's at his shins. I mean, what on earth?
That spots San Diego back now inside their own territory on the defensive side of the ball. We hand off on the outside to Jesse Fretz, who is unable to get much on that play. And now the pressure is starting to build.
The defense needs to get San Diego a stop here, and fast. They cannot allow Philly to score any more points, not with this little time left on the clock. That'll make it a 3-score ball game.
And up on the middle of Smithers, Witherspoon is shut down after a gain of 5. It was the Dondas Talakani turnover that turned the momentum slightly back towards the Aces in the opening quarter. Could that be the case again here? They need something of that nature. Into the ace, look, do they run it with Fretz? Dane Jensen motioned across to the other side. Johnson hand off to Fretz, plenty of room for Jesse, and he's got them up to the 30.
There's some great blocking by Dane the Lock Jensen out there on the edge to seal the outside linebacker, preventing Fretz from even having to see a defender until he's about 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
And straight up the middle, that'll be another carry for Witherspoon. Gets them 4 there, so again, they've been methodical, but now they are allowed to milk this clock away a little bit. 12 minutes of scrimmage left, and it's a 2-score lead for Philadelphia.
Time to throw the body blows.
Could be, yeah. A third could be insurmountable. And on the outside, it'll be Fretz who's lit up. They needed that.
And guess who it is? Dundas Talacarne. Smelling run. Everyone knows it's going to be a run. It's just a matter of figuring out where Fretz is going to be. And Dundas read it the whole way.
Huge play by their star safety. It's put them in a 3rd down and 5 situation, so Johnson has to throw. Looks downfield, deep shot. It is intercepted. They got the turnover they needed. In the back of the end zone, Andre Brown has the football back.
No, Bobby Anthony Art Studio, you did not miss all the action. That is all the action that we need to see. Fresh life for San Diego. One-on-one coverage. Victor Rojas against the much smaller Neskenkel, but the smaller dog, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog on that one, folks.
She stepped down from the Pittsburgh River Hogs in the top flight and has come up with a huge play there using the SFL experience. Draw play out the middle. Caleb Rex trying to get forward progress. It's going to be 4 yards worth. So a huge turning point there. Again, they were down by 2. Philadelphia were driving downfield. Huge tackle in the open field by Dondas Talakani to prevent the 3rd down and short where they likely would have ran it again. Instead, they took the end zone shot, and Nesgenkel got the turnover. San Diego, as a result, have the football back. Richard Powers is dropped in the backfield there. No gain. Nick Fargo again with a crucial tackle.
And this is, they keep trying this run scheme where they get Powers just to the outside of the tackle, and it has not been working. They need to stick to those A and B gaps.
Twins to the left-hand side on third down. Dakota West says to throw to the first down, and it is heavy traffic from Philadelphia. A tough assignment there for the receiver. It is incomplete.
Just a little bit of a leading ball, but Money is being led straight into a cluster of red jerseys and meets them all like a stone wall. Bounces off of them too. A bit of an ugly one. But
Josh Ginn has to send it back, so no reward off the turnover. And Philadelphia will take over again here, 8 yards shy of halfway.
At the very least, they denied another touchdown, but all the same, now that defense is huffing and puffing because the 3 and out is not enough time to rest, especially not considering that this is about to be the fourth quarter.
Landon McBransky moved across in motion to create a bit of a pass slot look. Be handoff on the outside to Jesse Fretz, who will pick up 5-second time now for Fretcherfield to get the volume and really drain this clock away. And a 3 start of the fourth. Philadelphia, they find themselves down, or up rather, by 2 scores. San Diego trying to keep their season alive. Knockout final here in the Simulation Football League Minor League. First of 2 games here this evening. And San Diego Aces find themselves fighting for their season. Philadelphia have them on the ropes here. Hand off at the middle. That'll be a short chunky yardage for Jesse Fretz out of the quarter break.
Now it's just a matter of how much more can Philadelphia work the clock by only running the football? How long will San Diego let them get away with it?
Need a big run stop here. Outside run with a spoon. Ran straight to the linebacker. Got the first down. Horizon Breeze couldn't stop that one.
Horizon Breeze there. It looks like he's shuffling, sidestepping a little bit. Does bend around a little bit, trying to cut off the outside run before curving inwards. Just not enough footwork there. A little bit of the old box drills needed.
Into an ace look. They again go to the run. San Diego plays off a bit, and Fretz as a result will get 4.
Not awful. Keeps you on schedule. Between a 1-2 punch, if they get 4 yards at a time, they'll take that until the cows come home.
That looks a little more sensible from San Diego. Right, where the spoon, better response. Not much on offer there. It'll be a 3rd down and 3.
Still not as much as of a response as I'd like. I'd love to see San Diego really bring the safeties down, bring the linebackers in close, run a bear formation, or bring some pressure down low.
And they've been playing against the pass offense all day, and now they've found the script totally flipped on its head. Jesse Fretz has work to do and just won't get it. You thought for a half second he was going to break free and get the first down, but the linebacker had other ideas, and Eaton Moss gets the end tackle. And it is just outside of Sophia Peaches' field goal range, so they'll punt it away.
What a critical stop. Eaton Moss with the primary credit there, but give credit to Dundas Telecarne on the assist there. He was there to help clean that one up, and that was needed too, because if he wasn't there, the momentum existed for that back to lunge forward with that football.
Have to give the owed credit to San Diego's defense. They bailed them out again here. into a pro look. And off on the outside, it is a run for Kalen Rex. You feel they have to speed it up at some point.
Does feel like that, but at the same time, if you only go into a pass mode, think about how many picks Dakota West has thrown. Not all of them are Dakota's fault. There have been some really fluky ones here and there, but going only pass will bite you.
Into a Twins look, they'll motion Terry Money across to the other side of the screen. Drop back by West. Throws downfield, picked! And it is almost returned for a touchdown. Nick Fargo may have the big play that sees Philadelphia out.
Well, not with this much time in the clock, but this does feel like the final nail in the coffin, especially with how close Philadelphia is to their own end zone. This was an instance where that punt and no yards generated off of it make an extremely easy opportunity for Philadelphia to get some points off of turnover advantage here.
The Tars feel very tall now. You feel they will have to stop them again. A 3-score lead with under 7 minutes to go. And off on the outside, Jesse Fretz broke a tackle. It'll be a gain of 3.
Tall task indeed, but is it too tall for the 6'8" QB? It may not even be a matter of is there even enough time on the clock left. I think that Philly has the running backs they need and the offensive scheming they need to be able to just work the clock with this one remaining possession and get 4 minutes off it.
So straight up the middle goes Witherspoon, who has the first down. Huge carry. And it's Jesse Fretz who has them inside the 2-yard line.
I tell you what, folks, I'm delirious. I'm saying they're going to be working 4 minutes off the clock when they're about to be scoring on the next play or two. Jesse Fretz rumbling forward with some aggression. Will they give Witherspoon the fourth his first shot at a touchdown?
He's checked in here in the background. Has had a good afternoon in the carries that he's been given. Drop back, throw, end zone. McBrownski incomplete.
Bouncing off the back plate, just the throw is too early or just too far to the right. A little bit of accuracy and communication on where exactly that ball needs to go. You can do front shoulder, you can do back shoulder, you can't do middle of the back.
Jesse Fretz checks back in, potentially trying to get his hat trick. They will give it to him. Fretz! Triple on the day.
And he's done so on a rather pedestrian overall production, you would think, but it's been workmanlike. He's been here doing the hard yardage in the second half, where it's been just a matter of grinding the clock out. He didn't get too many opportunities in the first half, but those that he did were 2 short-range touchdowns that Philly absolutely loved to have. It really put them out in front to have him sealing out those short yardage conversions.
It'll make it a 3-score game with 6 minutes left on the dial. A tall task now for San Diego. They've had no points in this second half. Crucially as well, 5 interceptions for Dakota West. Just has not been their day.
And the San Diego team has struggled all year away. We have known this was a possibility, but all the same, it hurts to see it.
Good return up past the 40 to 45 goes Hunter Jacobs. He has one of 2 scores on the board today for San Diego. The other, of course, went to Goose Busters. That was the one that brought it back within a single score. But Aces now found themselves down by 3, trying to keep this season alive. But Philadelphia have had games like this season. Again, finished the season 11 campaign with 5 wins and 5 losses. This one projecting as of right now to be their 6th and one that will book them into the next phase of the SFLm playoffs. Hand off on the outside. It'll be a run for Calum Rex and a 4-yard gain.
And it's been one of those two, and it's been a season of ups and downs for Philly. They've had some great games, they've had some tough losses, but they have never truly felt like they have been anything other than a tough team to face every single week.
And a throw and catch. Great read there as Terry Money, who's been the lead target today for Dakota West, has another first down.
Slinging the rock and hitting in tight coverage, Terry Money has no fear, and West is more than happy to throw the ball to them anytime that there's even a hint of daylight.
Dakota keeps marching downfield, 32 yards away now from Philadelphia's goal line. Ticking inside the last 5 minutes. West will throw again outside. That is deflected and incomplete. In double coverage there was Nick Fritchley.
West continuing to try and hit those receivers in stride. It's a strength of theirs, but also a habit of theirs that can get them into trouble from time to time. We've seen it get them in trouble a few times today.
5-1 for West. Got to throw all of that away for the time being. West throws downfield. Oh, what a grab. In traffic. Fritchley again. Dakota West calls the no huddle. Sees something downfield perhaps. West is going to throw outside again. Huge catch. That time it was Busters. And now they're inside the 5. Another drop back by West. Throws short. Goose Busters at the goal line. Breaks a tackle and gets the second to roll. And Philadelphia find themselves now back in front by 2. San Diego clawing back at it.
And what we saw, or what I think that Dakota West saw and decided to take advantage over that no huddle, was the fact that Dakota had an empty set with 3 receivers to the right hand side, including Busters on the inside most part of that route. And Philly was lined up in zone coverage nickel defense that had the nickel back on the opposite side of the formation, so the pressure was on the wrong side. It gave that easy inside route that we just saw Goose take over the middle. Absolute freebie. What a job by West's signal caller spotting that weak spot.
Just trying to go through the scenarios in my head. Figured they would kick the onside. Gint has done it. Was touched before it made it past 10 yards. It'll be another attempt here. It was actually going to travel the required distance, but the ball was essentially touched before it could get there. Gint will try again, pushed backwards. Kicks long, that is recovered by Philadelphia.
All start on the hand seam there, just grabbing it and met as soon as he does, but all the same at the 34-yard line, Philly would need to be giving up a 3 and out where they lose yardage on at least one of these handoffs, because you know there's going to be 3 handoffs coming, right?
4.5 left, so do wonder, you would imagine they would be just inside Sophia Peach's territory here. And foot middle, it is Jesse Fretz broke the first tackle, and Moss had to hang on there to prevent that one from being a breakaway score.
Very nearly a breakaway score, because look who that tackle was. It was a broken tackle on Dondes Tarlacarne, the lone high safety in the center, because all the line and linebackers were picked up. Fretz was in the center one-on-one.
Into an ace, look, 2 yards required for another first down. They keep pushing San Diego backwards. Another one for Witherspoon. It'll be a first down inside the last 4 minutes. Witherspoon has 8 for 50, 20 for 74 for Jesse Fretz, along with those 3 touchdown scores. And Now, Philadelphia can march down the play clock every time inside the last 3.5 minutes. As the blimp just crosses the bottom left corner of your screen. And straight up the middle, Jesse Fretz again, no pressure at all from San Diego's front seven. They are folding in front of our eyes here as Jesse Fretz has another huge. I mean, there's just no reason for Tamakani to be playing that far backwards.
And that, not at this point, no. But at the same time, the coaching staff are going to call what they think is necessary. And with how many yards Victor Rojas has been scorching the field for, and McBrownski has been lighting the field up, I understand a level of skepticism.
Jesse Fretz, meanwhile, will take what's given to him, and he's approaching the century mark. Play clock ridden right down. There'll be a 3-yard pickup for Witherspoon, and they'll be able to march this one all the way down to the 2-minute warning.
While we watch the clock tick down, just to talk a little bit about who and what's happening here in this offseason, as this does signal the end, most likely, of San Diego's season. We'll focus on them for a moment. They do have 5 players eligible to elevate that are elevating, to my knowledge. All of them are. It's going to be the quarterback Dakota West, first quarterback in the franchise's history. Also the first quarterback for the Boston Rebels. As your 2-minute warning hits. We'll also be seeing Goosebusters, tight end, cornerback Andre Brown, the strong safety Dundas Telecarne, and the kicker Josh Gint, all moving up to the pro levels.
Exciting times here in the SFLm. And we'll be seeing a lot of these players on the field today being moved up into the Major League to introduce a new influx of rookies in the forthcoming season. Philadelphia trying to march this one down. San Diego will be forced to start calling their timeouts.
Seeing the timeout there, unfortunately, it's seeing the timeout called, it's going to be 1 out of 3. As we watch the clock while away, please don't give Jesse Fretz a 4 touchdown. Someone take pity on Smithers Witherson. Someone take pity on the man.
Yeah, he's had a good afternoon on the limited touches that he's had. He's been very productive, efficient. Refreshes an oral scoring opportunity. He will get a 4th. Jesse Fretz marches it in. There's no justice for Smithers, but it's Philadelphia who will march away with this win, and they'll keep going into the SFLm playoffs.
Oh, goodness. And look how the entire linebacking core flows to try and stop that outside run. Fretz reads it, bends inside just enough, and breaks the tackle with a little howdy-doody. And he is going to be a menace when he elevates to the SFL. He is on that list for Philadelphia, as well as Philadelphia's quarterback, who we have not seen much of today, Mike Skamizniak, going down early in the first half with a fracture in the arm. Other notables for Philadelphia, 2 more to mention. Wide receiver Victor Rojas, who has had perhaps the most impressive stat line of the day, and the defensive end Carlos Carter. That comprises everyone in this game that we'll be seeing under the brightest lights next year.
San Diego now have 2 minutes to go to play essentially for pride, but again, you've got to be happy if you're the Philadelphia coaching staff. You've played more than half the game without your starting quarterback, still put up 42 points on a stout defense here today.
It really has been something to behold, and just trying to see how many ways that Philly can really escalate the action. They have been almost unstoppable. I feel like they've had maybe 2 punts, maybe 3 all game. I have to go back and check that. Oh my goodness.
Did you see that? It rolled on his helmet for like a good 5 seconds.
What?
And then it fell away.
What? Someone gets them, stick them on the helmets.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. into a 5-way look here. Deep shot, that is incomplete. Terry Money has been good today. In fact, it's a different receiver. One of the backups there getting a late target.
And I think this is really going to tell the tale of what this game has been like. Just Philly's offense has been so completely in control, despite having a much lower time of possession than San Diego. And it all goes down to the fact that they've had 11 total drives, but 6 of them have been scoring drives. Only 2 punts and only that one turnover where it was those 2 turnovers. The interception by Dundas Telecarne and the caught pass that was then fumbled. And that's the only 2 instances where Philly has actually given the ball back to San Diego. Terry Money with a great broken tackle there, winding up. A little bit of sweet feet action in garbage time, but all the same, not moving the needle too much. And it's hard to say that it's going to change whenever there's 21 points to climb in 93 seconds to do it.
5 receivers there approaching halfway here after that reception from Terry Money. Another drop back by Dakota West, throws it is incomplete. Plenty of Philadelphia defenders around that one. West again. 90 seconds left in scrimmage. Throws outside again, the safety option caught. Terry Money, little spin move there, got the first down, but didn't run out of play. I mean, come on.
That's the decision you need to make. Okay, you make the defender miss with a nifty spin move. Okay, that puts you on the highlight reel. But then you get tackled inbounds. That puts you on the highlight reel of shame where you're getting yelled at by the wide receivers coach next season.
4 receivers to throw to again for Dakota West. Rollout throws, caught, Goosebusters inside the 25, and that'll force another timeout, but another good throw by West. It's been a very hot and cold afternoon for Dakota.
And that has been the tale of their season, a very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sort of deal. It's a highest of highs and some of the lowest of lows, but the Dakota West experience has never been boring.
4 wide again for West, throws downfield, caught, Goosebusters has put together a performance. He got 2 touchdowns, now has them in goal to go territory. 6 yards away, West throws again, it is caught, touchdown Terry Money. He has deserved a touchdown, in fact it's the backup again. It's tricked me with those numbers, and it's Dakota West's 3rd passing touchdown of the afternoon.
And this is one of the more significant moments, I think, overall, in terms of just being able to get a little pride back into your chest, not feeling like it's been so much of a slaughter, because it hasn't been. This game was fairly close whenever we reached the half. It felt close anyhow, and it definitely was only in this latter portion of the 4th quarter that things really started to turn ugly. San Diego putting some points up there does give us a little bit more points up there, does give us a little more hope.
Onside kick again is recovered by Philadelphia. They'll get to see us one out. As is for a stat line from Dakota West. 23 of 38 for 355 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. It's the most conflicting quarterback stat line you could probably come up with.
You want to know who that sounds like? That sounds like an old Brett Favre stat line. That's what that sounds like to me. It's absolutely gunslinger shit. It's absolutely that kind of mentality that I applaud, that fearlessness, but it is one of those that you do want to try, that you do want to keep an eye on in the pros as they see victory formation from Philadelphia with Brad Johnson taking the honors.
That means Philadelphia will go into victory formation. and they will get to play on. Is there a structure we can go through for the viewers, Alex, as to if we know who Philadelphia will play or what the seeding potentially looks like?
Everything gets reseeded at the end of everything else. So Philadelphia will play, I believe, potentially they will play the middle seed, but a lot depends on exactly who wins our next matchup of the night, because New York is the bottom seed, and if they advance, then they play the high seed. If they lose, as one would expect the lower seeded team to do, then things get a little messy in the matchup territory. But that's all we have for now, folks.
All the play for next week for Philadelphia, but it's the end of the season for San Diego, and their opening campaign is an SFLm minor league team. Alex West, your final keys for this game.
Oh, I'm going to make you work through this one, buddy. I got to get the stats up here. My final keys are very short and very sweet. I will say that despite Mike Skamizniak going out early, there was a great job by Philadelphia's defense throughout tonight's game to limit Dakota West's ability to do some damage, despite what is an incredible stat line because of this one number right here.
That's how it ends here. It's a disappointing end to San Diego's season, and they went 4-6, but it's a 5-5 now, 6-5 effectively. Philadelphia Cougars, who will head to next week to play either the San Jose Flight or the Birmingham Hellhounds. I'll give you half an hour, and then we'll return with yet more football here on the Virtual Football Network. The New York Gargoyles will head to Anchorage to take on the Wolves in the late block. That game will be brought to you by, check the broadcast sheet for you, DJ Kilgannon and company will bring that game for you. We'll see you then right here for more SFLm action on the Virtual Football Network.